boys and girls of all ages. Here I am for my Tuesday practice session. So tonight I'm going to tell some stories about two real animals and two mythical animals and a toy. And the first one is about a fox. Well, the fox went out on a windy night, prayed for the moon to give him light. He had many a mile to go that night before he'd reach the town, oh, town, oh, town, oh. Many a mile to go that night before he'd reach the town, oh. Well, he ran till he came to the farmer's pen. The ducks and the geese were kept therein. He said, one of you critters gonna grease my chin before I leave this town, oh, town, oh, town, oh. One of you critters gonna grease my chin before I leave this town, oh. Well, he grabbed a gray goose by the neck, threw a duck across his back. He didn't mind whack, 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 and the legs all dangling down, oh, down, oh, down, oh. He didn't mind whack, 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 the legs all dangling down, oh. Well, old Mother Flipper-Flopper jumped out of bed. Out of the window she poked her head and yelled, John, John, the gray goose is gone and the fox is on the town, oh, town, oh, town, oh. John, John, the gray goose is gone, the fox is on the town, oh. Well, Johnny ran to the top of the hill, blew his whistle both loud and shrill. The fox, he said, I better run from the kill, they'll soon be on my trail, oh, trail, oh, trail, oh. Fox, he said, I better run from the kill, they'll soon be on my trail, oh. Well, he ran till he came to his cozy den. There stood the little ones, 8, 9, 10. They yelling, Daddy, Daddy, better go back again. Must be a mighty fine town, oh, town, oh, town, oh. Daddy, Daddy, better go back again. Must be a mighty fine town, oh. Well, the fox and his wife, without any strife, cut up the goose with a fork and a knife. And they never had such a feast in their life. The little ones chewed on the bones, oh, bones, oh, bones, oh. They never had such a feast in their life. The little ones chewed on the bones, oh. So that's about a fox who went out and got dinner for the family, called Carry Out. You know, that's the first song I ever learned on the guitar. You'd think I'd be better at it. Well, here is a song about a mythical animal, and you probably heard about this one. You may have even heard the song. Well, a long time ago when the earth was green, there were more kinds of animals than you've ever seen. They ran around free while the earth was being born. The loveliest of all was the unicorn. And there were green alligators and long-necked geese, humpy-backed camels and chimpanzees, cats and rats and elephants as sure as you're born. The loveliest of all was the unicorn. Well, the Lord saw some sinning and it caused him pain. He said, stand back, I'm gonna make it rain. He said, hey, brother Noah, tell you what to do, build you a floating zoo. And get some green alligators and long-necked geese, humpy-backed camels and some chimpanzees, cats and rats and elephants as sure as you're born. Don't you forget the unicorn. Well, Noah was there to answer the call. He finished up the ark as the rain began to fall. He marched in the animals 2 by 2. He called out as they went through. I got some green alligators and long-necked geese, humpy-backed camels and some chimpanzees. Good, lots of rats and elephants as sure as you're born. I didn't find the unicorn. Let's try that one again. marched in the animals 2 by 2 and called out as they went through. I got some green alligators and long-necked geese, humpback camels and some chimpanzees, cats and rats and elephants as sure as you're born, but I couldn't find a unicorn. Well, Noah looked out through the driving rain. Unicorns are laughing and playing silly games, laughing and playing while the rain was falling. Oh, them silly unicorns. He had green alligators and long-necked geese, humpy-back camels and some chimpanzees, cats and rats and elephants as sure as you're born, but he didn't have a unicorn. Well, the ark started moving and it drifted with the tide. The unicorns looked up from the rocks and they cried, and the water came down, kind of floated them away. So you won't see a unicorn today. You'll see green alligators and long-necked geese, humpy-back camels and some chimpanzees, cats and rats and elephants as sure as you're born. You're never gonna see a unicorn. Did you ever see a unicorn? Well, here's another mythical beast called the Jabberwocky. Was brillig and slithy toes, did gyre and gambol in the wave. All Memsey were the boragos, and the mome rats all grey. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the jub-jub bird and shun the frumious bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand, long time the Manx own foe he sought. So rested he by the tum-tum tree and stood a while in thought. And as in a fish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes aflame came whiffling through the tulgey wood, hurtled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through and through, the vorpal blade went snicker-snack. Left it dead, and with its head he went galumping back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy. Oh, frabjous day, Callooh-Callay, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas brillig and the slithy toes, did gyre and gambol in the wave. All Memsey were the boragos, and the mome rats of grey. So if you've read Lewis G. Carroll at all, you'll recognize that poem from his book. Okay, next up, song about a toy. Let's go up. When I was just a wee little lad, full of health and joy, my father homeward came one night, gave to me a toy. A wonder to behold it was, with many colors bright, and the moment I laid eyes on it, it became my heart's delight. It went zip when it moved, and bark when it stopped, and whir when it stood still. Well, I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never bottom there were two green buttons, and they looked like big green eyes. I first pushed one, then the other, and then I twisted its lid. And when I set it down again, well, here's what it did. It went zip when it moved, and bop when it stopped, and whir when it stood still. Well, I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. It first marched left, then marched right, then it marched under a chair. And when I looked where it had gone, well, it wasn't even there. I started to cry, but my daddy laughed, 'cause he knew that I would mind. When I turned around, that magic toy would be creeping up on me from behind, going zip when it moved, bop when it stopped, and whir when it stands still. Oh, well, I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. The years have gone by too quickly, it seems. Now I have my own little boy. And yesterday I gave to him that marvelous little toy. His eyes nearly popped right out of his head. He gave a squeal of glee. Well, neither one of us knows just what it is, but he loves it just like me. It still goes zip when it moves, and bop when it stops, and whir when it stands still. Well, I never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. Now, that's the marvelous little toy. I heard that first from Peter, Paul, and Mary way back in the day. Well, here's a song about some bears. You can sing along if you want. I'll do the chorus first. He goes wah, 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 waltzing with bears. Baggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do, so he can go waltzing, wah, 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 waltzing, so he can go waltzing, waltzing with bears. I crept upstairs in the middle of the night. I tiptoed in and I turned on the light, but to my surprise there was no one in sight. My Uncle Walter goes waltzing at night. He goes wah, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do, so he can go waltzing, wah, 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 waltzing, so he can go waltzing, waltzing with bears. Well, we bought Uncle Walter a new coat to wear, but when he came in, it was covered in hair. Lately I've noticed several new tears. I'm afraid Uncle Walter's still waltzing with bears. He goes wah, 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 waltzing with bears. Baggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do, so he can go waltzing, wah, 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 waltzing, so he can go waltzing, waltzing with bears. Well, we told Uncle Walter that he should be good and do everything that we say he should. I think he'd rather be off in the woods. I'm afraid we might lose Uncle Walter for good. He goes wah, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do, we begged and we pleaded, oh please won't you stay? At last he agreed to stay home for the day. But the bears all barged in and they took him away. Now he's waltzing with pandas, he can't understand us. The bears all demand at least one waltz a day. He goes wah 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 wah, waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do, so he can go waltzing, wah 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 waltzing, so he can go waltzing, waltzing with bears. He goes wah 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 wah, waltzing with bears. Mama bear, Papa bear, baby bear too. There's Yogi and Boo Boo and Winnie the Pooh. He loves to go waltzing, wah 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 waltzing. He loves to go waltzing, waltzing with bears. Yes, he loves to go waltzing, wah wah waltzing. He loves to go waltzing, waltzing with bears. There we go. Thank you very much, guys.
You had a request for Puff.
A request for Puff.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't done Puff in a long time. I'll try to do it.
Okay.
Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea, and he frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Paper, he loved that rascal Puff, and he brought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff. Together they would travel on a boat with billowed sails. Jackie kept a lookout perched on Puff's gigantic tail. Noble kings and princes would bow where'er they came, and pirate ships would lower their flags when Puff roared out his name. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea, and he frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea, and he frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Well, a dragon lives forever, but not so little boys. Painted strings, giant strings, give way to other toys. One gray night it happened, Jackie Paper came no more, and Puff that mighty dragon, he ceased his fearless roar. His head was bent in sorrow, green scales fell like rain. Puff no longer came to play along the cherry lane. Without his lifelong friend, Puff could not be brave. So Puff that mighty dragon sneaked into his cave. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea, and he frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea, and he frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. There's Puff. We'll make an announcement if there is to be another practice session next week. I suspect maybe on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. So see you then, hopefully.